The last time you bought something online, your home address got copied into at least 6 different databases. The retailer, the warehouse, the carrier, the payment processor, maybe an ad network or two. Every single one of them is a data breach waiting to happen. What if you could buy physical goods and the only person who ever sees your address is the one delivering it? This isn't hypothetical. Every major online marketplace stores your delivery address in plain text, replicated across their entire supply chain. Retailer database, warehouse database, carrier database, payment processor, analytics pipeline. That's your home address sitting in systems you've never audited, protected by security teams you've never met. And when one of those systems gets breached, and we are not saying here if, but actually when, your physical location is in the dump. Name, street, city, zip code, everything gone. The question isn't how do we secure all these databases? The question is, what if the address never entered a database in the first place? dMarket built exactly this on midnight. It's a decentralized escrow marketplace for physical goods. And here is the privacy trick that makes it fundamentally different. When you buy something, you enter your delivery address. But instead of storing it in plain text, the smart contract encrypts it, specifically to the public key of the carrier you selected. RSA encryption done inside a witness function, so the plain text never touches the chain. The result, only the one carrier can decrypt your address. The seller never sees it. Other carriers who bid on the delivery never see it. The public ledger shows encrypted ciphertext. If you are not the carrier holding the matching private key, the address is just noise. One buyer, one carrier, one pair of eyes on your home address. That's it. But dMarket goes further than just encrypting the address. It obfuscates your entire identity. Here's how. Every user gets a different identifier for each role they play. If you are a seller, you get a seller ID. If you are also a buyer on the same marketplace, you get a completely different buyer ID. Carrier, the same thing, different again. Same wallet, 3 unlinkable identities. The math behind this is elegant. Your public key gets combined with a private secret, the contract's instance address as a salt, and a domain-specific prefix, then hashed with persistent hash. The output is a deterministic but irreversible ID. Nobody can link your seller activity to your buyer activity. Nobody can trace your carrier reputation back to your purchase history. And if the same marketplace deploys a second instance, all your IDs change again. You are not just anonymous, you are unlinkable across roles and across marketplace instances. Okay, so now you've got encrypted delivery and obfuscated identities. But how does the money work? You need the seller to ship, the carrier to deliver, and the buyer to pay. 3 parties who don't trust each other. dMarket uses shielded coin escrow. The buyer deposits the item plus the carrier's fee into the smart contract's treasury. The carrier also deposits the same amount, skin in the game. Now, the contract holds 2 times the price plus fee, all in shielded coins. When the buyer confirms delivery, the contract releases everything. Carrier gets their deposit back, plus the fee, plus the item price as a handling incentive. Seller gets paid treasury goes to zero. No intermediary, no payment processor, just math. Okay, so what happens when things go wrong? The buyer can open a dispute on any delivered item. The seller arbitrates. And in this demo version, the resolution refunds the buyer their full deposit plus the fee. The carrier's deposit, okay, in this case, it's burned. That's the incentive design. The carrier has real money at stake. Deliver the goods correctly or lose all your deposit. No customer service tickets, no escalation queues, just on-chain consequences. This is what privacy-preserving commerce actually looks like when you build it on Midnight. Physical goods traded with digital privacy. No centralized address database to hack. Trustless three-party coordination where the only person who sees your address is the one bringing the package to your door. dMarket was built for the Midnight Summit 2025 hackathon in London, and it's one of the most complete demonstrations of what Midnight native privacy can do for real-world commerce. If you want the full technical deep dive into how the identity obfuscation, encrypted delivery, and shielded escrow actually work, everything under the hood, that's coming next. And if you want every contract function walked through line by line, the build session covers the entire architecture. We help teams build exactly this kind of privacy-enhancing technology for commerce and coordination. Links to everything in the description, including how to work with us. The entire dMarket project, it's open source, so you can go ahead and read it. See you in the next one.